Hey everybody, it's your boy Regnoi, best known for Neuro-sama. This video is just going to be a quick count of what these past 2.5 months have been like working on the March of Neuro and how it got all the way into May. I'll try to keep the visuals of this video up to the standard I hold to all my other ones, but if I held that up for 100% of this runtime, I'd have an aneurysm. If it's something relevant to the current discussion, I'll play this sound to indicate to you if you want to have this playing in the background. When I don't have anything to deliberately share on screen with you, I'll use some leftover Neuro-sama footage. After the complete failure of my VTuber trivia stream that I had worked so hard on fell apart as dramatically as it did, I was distraught. I nearly quit all of this altogether, actually. But after a couple of days, I recovered and came up with something new I could pour myself into, the March of Neuro. The original idea was I'd make these 3 videos in the last 2 weeks of February and build a lot of hype with this surprise announcement of their existence, which didn't work. On multiple levels. See, if you look at my original announcement and the final run times of the videos I did put out for you, there's a pretty massive difference. These are, in fact, real videos, and I'll have them all linked in the description if you want to check them out. But first, according to my audience metrics, only 6.7% of you are subscribed. No, this is not edited, and I had already planned on referencing this with a different joke before seeing that. Anyway, if you guys cared enough to tune in and hear more about the future of this channel and the suffering that went into making these 6 videos, and more, then I only ask one thing of you. I'd like you to subscribe and
make my day, ring that bell.
So anyway, if you want to watch what I've called the alpha versions, for whatever reason, you can. But for the love of God, please don't watch them expecting something good or better than the final cuts, outside of maybe the Neuroverse video. I'd ask that you watch these like you would any early Neuro-sama clips, like they're a childhood photo of them. Did I say that right? I have no bloody clue what I'm saying anymore. I'm still recovering from that all-nighter I hope to finish that Neuroverse video in time. So anyways, yes, I will have them all linked in the description, the alpha versions, if you want to check those out. So anyway, what happened was that after my first week at making the videos, my computer force restarted itself while I was taking my dog for a walk. And when it did that, it also updated Microsoft Clipchamp, which purged fucking everything.
Fuck Microsoft! Okay. Fuck!
All that was left were the first drafts of my scripts. Can you imagine how frustrating it was to make 3 scripts, all covering topics you'd mostly all talked about before already, because each video was supposed to be a standalone thing, and with large description overlaps over each 3 videos at the same time, and trying to make them each sound unique and interesting. It was not easy. Hundreds of hours of work, no exaggerations. Several videos that were in the works, including a 3-hour one that was almost done. And all of the progress I had made on 3 videos in regards to the recording and editing were gone forever and forced me to restart. So you know what I did? I did just that. And to try and meet the deadline I set for myself, I spent every waking moment outside of class working on them. No exaggeration. I hadn't done my homework that week. I didn't shower. When I was eating, I'd have them playing back to me so I can judge my progress, how entertaining they were, and the audio quality. And after all of that work, I still didn't finish. I got the Secrets of Veto 987 and The Legend of Evil Nero Part 2 to minimum viable product standards, but I didn't finish the last few minutes of the Neuroverse video. All of the audio is there, but it's lacking visuals and references for the last little bit of it, which was another all-nighter. So I put out the announcement hoping that all of the past week was worth it, and I could finish cooking them in the kitchen over the next month. It was not worth it. Nobody noticed. For weeks, this remained at 3 likes, one of which was my personal account, so two likes. I didn't know when another 6 people saw this, but thank you. It was very cool of you to go through my post history and appreciate this. I was devastated, sleep deprived, and above all else, burnt out. But I couldn't stop yet. I had to finish my DxD video to win my bet with Poppy and make a surprise video for Astra's birthday. So I did that. I made Astro's video first since it was rapidly approaching, which with the time constraints I had, it did not turn out nearly as good as I wanted it to. That segment with the super mushroom and Kanade went on for far too long, my reading was dry, and the editing was shoddy at best. Then I finished the show and spent the next 72 hours, my whole weekend, living exactly as I was when I was working on the Neuro videos. I uploaded it, and the copyright arguments with Kadokawa ensued, so I had to delay its release by a day to fix those. But I finished it, and for a mostly unscripted video about a show I hated, it turned out pretty well. The beginning is dull for the first minute or two, but once I picked up steam, it was really entertaining in my opinion. I'm happy with how that one turned out. Even though nobody noticed the post announcing that the videos were pre-made, I still wanted to maintain the act that I had worked so hard to conjure up. So I polled you guys on what other videos you wanted me to work on this month with, well, I guess that month, with all of my free time. Please understand that when I posted these, I had every intention of having them done quite a while ago. Unfortunately, outside of scripting, I hadn't even started the narcissist video. Actually, I haven't even touched it in months. Which leads us into my biggest excuse and obstacle in video creation and streaming as a whole. Cutting out a lot of bitching about my living situation, on average I get 1 to 2 good opportunities to record a month. And that is without factoring in how well my health is doing at the time, the length of time needed for recording, whether my dog is feeling extra needy that day, and how much sleep I've had. Which leads us to this. When I was finally remaking The Secrets of Edo 987, I had 24 hours left to work on it. Same with The Legend of Evil Neuro Part 2, and those were the only times I managed to get some time alone to record and start the editing all over again. Which definitely showed with Evil Neuro Part 2. My voice was so monotone because that was not only my first take, but I recorded it first thing in the morning and spliced cuts in between me having coughing fits or choking up. Writer's note, it is March 31st at 12:08 p.m. before tomorrow's supposed release of the Neuroverse video, and Microsoft Clipchamp has purged itself again, despite my now being a premium member for some time and having had all my videos backed up to whatever the fuck its online thing is called. Meaning that there's not a chance in hell of me finishing this video in 24 hours or 48 hours. Maybe 72 hours if I hate myself and accept the worst quality possible. It is an interesting feeling when something that has been stressing you out so much about completing it just disappears altogether. On one part you have anger that you lost all that progress and emotional investment and you have to start all over. Another part is relief that has been taken out of your hands and you can just stop. And another is that how scared you are now that you don't know what to do. Anyway, as some of you know, I still opted to release something that day, and I made a poll asking you guys what you wanted to see. At about 11 a.m., I think it was, you overwhelmingly voted to see a video of me talking about why interacting with Mayoshi is a bad idea. So I went to work scripting, then recording and editing, and I released it in about 6.5 hours. I made that in a quarter of a workday, and it shows. There are so many little problems I have with that video. For example, the two biggest ones I have are the opening with the look at that number sequence. I should have left that as a statement. It's not funny and will more than likely just annoy any new viewers. Plus, when I'm going on that tirade about what kind of bitch I'd be looking at different forms of media, I wish I had finished it off with the point is, I'm a bitch. That would have been a funnier finisher for that bit. But hey, it still did really well. That was my first non-Neuro related video to blow up like that. It's now sitting as one view ahead of my Jaden Animations corporate brain rot video. So hey, while it wasn't as good as I wanted, it was still successful and people had fun watching it. No harm, no foul, right? That is until one of you fuckers sent it to Midas. Out of fucking nowhere, Midas shows up and comments on the video. And in the analytics of that video, I had exactly one viewer coming in from Discord, and that one viewer was on the same day she commented too. Which means that one of you saw the video and sent it to her in DMs. You are a dirty, rotten traitor, and how dare you humiliate me like that? I will have my revenge! I am so tired all of the time. I'm miserable. I'm going out of shape. I've scarred my eyes from how much I've been looking at screens and had to buy blue light glasses that make me extremely nearsighted. Yes, that is right. I have permanently scarred my body doing this. I guess you could say this video could also serve as a warning to other people who want to do content creation. Pace yourselves and be willing to sacrifice everything to make it. As someone who's lost almost everything, I didn't think I had much left to sacrifice, and I was wrong. I still love doing this. The feeling of creating a video and seeing it succeed, watching it the next morning as a viewer is an unrivaled feeling of euphoria. At least when you enjoyed making the video. When I was watching my Vettel video, I saw several big errors that I made. I saw how much the audio quality and volume would shiver. I saw how much work I put into something that I didn't like as much as I liked the other two, nowhere near as much. But that didn't stop Evil Nero from punishing me for setting up a joke challenge in the comment section.
There are many posts on Reddit and other exotic internet sites calling you weird.
Right,
Look
well,
it up.
Don't touch the exotic internet sites, Evil.
Well, there's a Reddit thread here discussing the secrets of you. https
don't like that.
www.youtube.com/watch
don't like that.
question mark v = 6 evamsexd4.
Sack, what?
Well, how else am I supposed to cite my sources?
With The Legend of Evil Nero 2, all I saw was how little I actually had to say about her this time. It's a fluff piece. I don't say or contribute anything of substance in that video. I really had zero intention of making a sequel and it showed. That one, its failure hit pretty hard. Like it validated all of my insecurities about it and myself as a creator at that time. Sure, it is still one of the most popular videos on my channel, worth 3 or 4 of my videos about Midas. But it's because it's an Evil Nero video that it was posted on her birthday. I used to watch my Nero and Evil videos obsessively. I was so proud of them. I loved making them and it showed, and it brought back fond memories watching them. Now I'm so miserable I can't even finish a script reading. I can barely start one without fucking it up in the first 30 seconds. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I still enjoy making videos. As hard as that is becoming right now. I mean, I have tons of fun ideas I want to get moving on to. I want the Nero phase to be over. I love making videos about them, but this just has so much stress and baggage attached to it. And after I'm done this, I've got the Nere video I have to do because Evil fucked me over. I cannot wait for this to be done with. And I'm still going to keep doing this for a long, long time. I have so much I want to do. You guys have no idea. Like, you know that schedule I posted that was absolutely fucking brutal? That wasn't even half of the list of videos and ideas I wanted to do. And every day, well, okay, not every day, every week that goes by, I have even more. I really gotta start writing this shit down, man. So even though I'm not getting paid, probably won't be getting paid for a long, long time, I'm sticking around, okay? Okay, back to the script. This is just a short detour. I'm going to make some much smaller effort videos for a while and use that time to emotionally and physically recover. I'll use that extra editing time to do some prep work for the True Narcissist video I promised you. I haven't finished the script yet, but I've made progress. I'll also be working on the Nere video, as promised, and maybe the Disney AI presentation. I do think that there's a good corporate brain rot video to be made out of it, but with all the burnout, you know. Plus, they're a very, very unsuccessful form of content for me, especially when you factor in the effort versus the payoff. I've realized that these numbers that I'm usually giving when talking about them might be misleading, so I'd like to clarify something. These are hours of active work, so this isn't 28-hour work days working on it. That is over 20 solid days worth of work. Now I know this has been a lot of bleak, so I want to end this with the optimistic script I had prepared for myself after I finished making all of this. This past month has been so much fun working on all of these videos, and getting all that support meant a lot to me. I polled my subscribers a few times on the content they'd want to see, and I haven't delivered those to you yet, and I should probably explain that. When I said that I made these 3 videos in a week, I wasn't lying. I did make all of these in a week, and honestly, I'm kind of shocked that nobody noticed the massive disparity in the runtimes of these. But I guess since nobody noticed the post, it's not that surprising after all. They are now unlisted rather than private. So what happened? Well, I was actually supposed to have 2 weeks to make these videos, but 1 week before the announcement was meant to go out and generate hype for March, my computer crashed and reset everything. So I had to spend every waking moment for the next week redoing it all from scratch. And I managed to finish the Veto and Evil Neuro videos into a viable product, and even almost finished the Neuroverse video too. Only the last few minutes of it have almost zero footage. But even if they were enough, I wasn't proud of them, and have spent all my spare time between school and making other videos like Happy Birthday Astra and High School DxD Made Me Hate Anime, remastering these videos into what you've seen now. And while we didn't reach any of the goals I was hoping to entertain you with all, it was a fun journey nonetheless, and I'm happy that I could have entertained you all for 667 hours. Which, when I look at it like that, all of it feels worth it. Evil Nero's video, I had to start remastering with 23 hours before the release. It really fucking sucks to try and record when you're sick. You keep choking on your words, phlegm starts altering your tone and other crap. Also, I had to start from scratch after Microsoft purged my account again, after they had already rebuilt me for a full year of Microsoft 365. Anyway, I'm really sorry that my audio for that ended up as terrible as it did. I wanted it to be great for you guys, I really did. So, what's next? Well, I still have so many ideas I want to do. I want to make some movie edits, I've got a bunch more video essay ideas, a few IRL ideas I want to do, some stream ideas, collabs, maybe make an AMV someday, and some anime reviews. Scripted this time. In short, I'm not going anywhere. Except to get a job. I'm destitute now. But I'll try to keep uploading in lieu of that. My upload schedule is going to get a lot slower soon. That's all. I wish I could have made it as refined and beautiful as Creative Everydays was, but unfortunately that's just not my style. Whether it's a jagged attention span, a different in experience, mic quality, or just not something I'm capable of, I don't know. But I hope you guys liked it. Wow, that ending there kind of bites. Yeah, well, I'm finished the script now, and I don't really know what else to say. If you made it this far, I really appreciate that, and I hope I could entertain you all. I like doing this. I really do. And so few people are so blessed to have an audience that will force them to take care of themselves. Hell, I think there's even this one guy named Sleepy. He said something that like he's never, or that I'm never gonna work a day again making these videos or something like that. That was really funny. That made me laugh. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for forcing me to take care of myself, and I will be taking a lot better care of myself after this upload. That is my promise to you. Obviously, it's not a universal or forever promise, but you know, I will make an effort. And yeah. If you want to let me know what else you'd like to see, feel free to comment. I read every single comment. Obviously, I can't do that forever if I do ever want to grow up to be bigger and yada yada yada. But I don't know. I'm hoping to come back to streaming soon. I have a few ideas I want to do for that. Like I'm probably going to be doing that sometime this month, making my way back to streaming a little bit. Only a handful of them. I'm going to be doing TCG Card Shop, Sniper Elite, maybe a reaction stream. Those are always a lot easier on me because I can talk about specifically something I see in front of me rather than talking to myself for God knows how long. I hope I'll see some of you guys there. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for listening, most importantly. I definitely needed to get this off of my chest, and I hope I was at least somewhat entertaining. I'm not sure if it came off like that, but I was trying to be funny several points here and here. And, yeah. Don't worry about me, that's not your problem. I'm supposed to take care of myself, and I can take care of myself. Also, I'm probably going to have to try and make smaller form content. Yeah. Oh, and Creative Everyday. Speaking of him, somebody mentioned that Creative Everyday assisted in making my Neuroverse video, and technically that's right. I have no idea how the fuck you figured that out. But oh wait, did I put that in the description? Okay, yeah, no, okay. I did put that in the description. Okay. So, okay, he had no part in the scripting process, okay? I made the script by myself. I did all the editing by myself, the footage by myself. Creative Everyday's input was his advice on making a video. That's all it was. So, don't blame him for that atrocity, okay? That was all on me. Yeah. All right. Take care.